Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's Eckler again, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 14 yards. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And again, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. Down inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second and goal, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Running on first down, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Herbert off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leo Chenal came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
We said it before the game, I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now here's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
So the awareness of knowing where the first down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of those situations defensively. You're just counting on getting the football back.
No doubt about it. You've already projected yourself to the bench, and with a little bit of smile on your face for having stopped them, and now you've got to regroup and play again.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal. This is a counter play. Eckler. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gay's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Play action. It's Herbert. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target,
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on first down. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Herbert on first down now. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
43. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a... And my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From the 24, Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Mahomes will throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Rolling to his right. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and this is caught. He's got it, touchdown L.A.
Mike Williams.
39 yards.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Chargers 22. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line.
The 27-yard line.
Now Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Now here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on